Well, I don't care. You're weird. This is my comfort, my life. Hallelujah.
Okay.
Hey.
Well, we're back.
Yeah. We don't have any wine or honey this morning. What's going on?
Just straight talk.
All right. I like that straight talk. My favorite.
My favorite too.
Yes.
So, I mean, how things been going?
Things been going pretty good. I'm excited about this podcast. I really am. I'm excited that we get to spend this time like this, just talking about life itself.
Yeah, I definitely feel closer to you. But when I don't, one thing that doesn't bring me closer to you is socks in the bed. How do you do that?
What do you mean?
Why you wear socks in the bed?
Why are you telling my business? Because my feet get cold, but I don't wear nothing else. And
That's
glasses.
even weirder.
Well, I don't care. You're weird. This is my comfort, my life. Hallelujah.
Okay, well, are you okay with your partner having socks in the bed, like your grandchild?
Yes.
So you welcome socks in the bed?
Socks, one eyeglass, an earring, a tattoo. I don't care. Be comfortable.
Oh. Well, it rubs me the wrong way.
Oh, sorry. That's why I have many rooms.
I guess so.
Have one.
Oh.
Get one.
Well, I think it should be a crime.
Really? And what would be the penalty?
Well, you're right.
Who's going to enforce it? Who's going to tell me, boo?
Who gonna check me?
Who going to check me, boo?
You're right. I guess you're right.
Well,
I guess you're right. Well,
it's a crime for you.
okay.
So how does your household deal with that?
Okay. Zoe wears one sock.
Okay.
The oldest, she doesn't care.
That's why
I think I'm the only one.
She and I both are Libras, okay? We don't care.
I think I'm the only one that cares. To be honest with
Maybe
you.
you need to talk to somebody about that.
You're right.
And I just listen. So
You're
does
right.
that do anything for you?
I guess I'll add it to my self-care cycle.
Oh, what? How you can't do self-care trying to monopolize somebody else's life. That's
No,
not self-care.
I work on me getting over the socks in the bed.
Oh yeah, meditate on it.
Yeah. What do you
Yeah.
do for self-care?
Oh, well, I love pampering.
Yeah.
Love being pampered. So, for me, my self-care is when I get my mani, my pedi, and my whites.
Oh my goodness, the appointment Olympics.
Oh, well,
Do you get it all in one day?
sometimes it depends. I mean, especially, I like to designate one day for that. I turn my phone off. I don't want to be disturbed. And I don't even want the person who's providing the service.
Yeah.
I don't even want conversation.
Oh.
But I say it in a nice way. You know, if they start talking, I'll just kind of close my eyes and lean my head back or something like that. Because I don't want to have a conversation. I just want to just be pampered, you know, just take care of me. And I just feel different.
You know, sometimes I wish that beauty care would have the same Uber selection where you can say this is a quiet ride. Like this is a quiet experience. Or,
But it can be.
Or I feel like chatting today. Because sometimes you go to the same person and sometimes you feel social. Sometimes you don't. And, you know, I wish you could just like turn it on and off.
You can.
Oh.
The power of your words.
Oh. What's a nice way to say, please don't talk to me right now during this service?
Say, oh, thank you for taking this appointment with me. I have been looking forward to this nice, quiet time. I'm going to just lay back and close my eyes. Thank you.
There you have it. I think I might try that.
Yeah.
When I'm feeling it.
I don't, but for me, this is just me.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like my brain is always,
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I just need quiet.
You're right. Peace and quiet, it definitely helps you clear your thoughts. I do some of my best thinking in the shower. And self-care for me is scrubbing 3 times before I get out. I got to scrub
like
a dub.
task. That's a task to me.
That's a task?
Because you have it so programmed 3 times.
Yeah.
I've even know people. Now, let me know if this is you.
Okay.
And you.
Okay.
Some people, even when they put deodorant on under their arms, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, you count a certain amount on this side, a certain amount on that side.
It's got to be even.
And it's more than one?
You swipe one time with the deodorant?
Yeah.
Like down and done?
Or up and done.
You feel like that's enough?
Yeah. making me feel dirty. But I smell? No. But I don't perspire a lot.
Okay.
I mean, I do perspire, but that's on purpose.
Okay.
I don't just walk around perspiring.
Right.
It's got to have a purpose behind
Yeah,
it.
when you're throwing mulch in that yard.
Yes.
But I got to do one for the Father, one for the Son.
And one for the Holy Spirit.
Every time.
All right. I'm sure they appreciate it.
And then that's how I know I'm clean.
Okay, that's good. I'm never gonna yuck somebody's cleanness.
Okay. There
Be
you go.
clean. Do your thing. But I was just curious. You please let me know how many times do you have a special amount of taps with the deodorant? A certain amount of times that you take that bath.
But you said
you wear socks in the bed.
Oh my goodness. No team, no socks.
Team, anything you want or nothing at all.
No. And your bed.
Well, not with me in it, but you can come in my bed if you needed to. Never mind. This ain't sounding right. This is not sounding right. Nope. Not going there with you, little girl.
I mean, you about to flip the light from green to red. Okay. You know,
we can talk about that too sometimes.
But, that's my favorite part of coming home is getting into bed. Because sometimes it's just today drains you. Is it good to hustle? What do you think? What do you think about hustle culture?
Well, I feel this way about hustle.
Yeah.
It's cool when you hustle for you.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's with my age or something. Sometimes it just kind of upsets me to see someone hustling for someone else harder than they do for themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, it goes back to, for me, it goes to vision. I don't see hustling as a long-term solution to life.
Mm-hmm.
I just see hustling as a way to get to the next point. So if you have to drive DoorDash and work your 9 to 5 and do whatever you have to do that makes you feel like you're hustling, when is the end going to come? Because you've met your goal.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay to get to the next line with a little hustle.
Well, I like to think of hustle as building that foundation. Because you really need to kind of move in a certain speed. You need to get that stuff laid down so that it can catapult you to the next.
Yeah.
And maybe we're saying the same thing.
Yeah, but I just don't think it should be a 7-day a week, 10 hours a day. You giving every moment you can to hustling, unless it's a very short term and you're just trying to cross the finish line to feel accomplished. But I don't think it's a lifestyle.
Exactly. I agree with I agree that it's not a lifestyle, but I wouldn't put a time on it.
Yeah.
Because it depends on what you're trying to do.
Yeah, like if you're saving for a wedding or a vacation or
a business.
Yeah. If you have a financial burden that you're trying to lift, it's okay to just, but I don't think it should be how you.
I feel like you should hustle for your dream.
You should hustle. Yes, you should hustle for your dream.
Definitely hustle for your dream.
Wherever you want to go.
And your purpose. Your purpose. Because, I mean, I've heard, especially like in the entertainment world. And
right.
I'm not an entertainer and I'm not in that world, but I've heard, people attest that they have been working at this craft for a while.
Yes, 10,000 hours.
And then something would kind of just open up.
Yeah.
I like that. I love that hustle. I love that drive. That means that you believe in what it is that you were supposed to be doing. And your time will come.
Okay.
So that's why I said I can't put a time limit, because I don't want anybody to give up on their hope or their dreams because we feel like it should be a certain limit. I think we kind of dealing with some of that too. We can even say we know of, think of people in college.
Yeah.
Don't get discouraged.
Yeah.
Just if that is the passion that gets you to wake up, jump up every morning and want to do it, that's your purpose. That's you. That's what you were here to do.
And at a certain point, I would say when you hustle for yourself, it doesn't feel like working. You get the endorphins and the dopamine from doing a good job for something that you've created and that you've introduced to the world with your spin and your flair. And so I definitely say I can't agree with your viewpoint of hustling for yourself is always better than hustling for somebody else.
Yeah,
100%.
And I'm not against, you doing stuff for other people and or businesses and everything, because that could help with your own business.
Yeah.
But just don't get it confused. Don't get it confused, because I just remember, sometimes we think our job titles, it defines who we are, but it doesn't, because that job, that career can come and go, and it's still going to go on. It was designed that way. But what about, are you doing what you were called to do?
Now, in this stage of life, do you feel like your 12-year-old self is proud of you? Your middle school self?
Yeah, yes, I do.
What makes her most proud?
I think looking at her family.
Okay.
Even the relationship with her entire family.
Yeah.
Family is everything to me.
Mm-hmm.
It always has been, and it has fit in some places and not fit in other places. But I just remember being even younger than that, thinking that I was going to always have a house full of children. I mean, I did. I remember even saying I wanted 10 children, and by the grace of God, I think I've had them.
Well, in your middle school years, you thought you would always be a nurturer. Nurturing
absolutely
has always been true to you.
Absolutely.
Do you have any fond memories of middle school?
Oh my gosh, yeah, and this may sound funny, but middle school was like a big awakening for me.
Okay.
And that's why I think I kind of understand these little adolescence and the puberty and all that, because all that was happening.
What was the soundtrack of middle school for you?
What does that mean?
Like the top 3 songs that were
Bad Girls, It's Electric, and definitely Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Off the Wall.
Oh, okay.
And Sugar Hill Gang.
Okay.
So it was lively and upbeat. I mean, I remember we didn't have we would write down the lyrics of a song.
Yeah.
And then we would pass those lyrics around that piece of paper.
Yeah.
And other people would copy that piece of paper. That was our copier. It was. That's how we used to spread song. And then we would just read that song. Just read it over and over again. That's how we memorized it.
I remember listening to CDs and reading the cover of the CD because it contained the lyrics. So you open this long accordion paper.
And you would hope, some of them did. And you would hope that you would get the one.
Yeah. So you find track 3 and then you read the songs and you have a whole karaoke jam in your room.
Albums used to do that too.
Yeah.
I remember you were a little girl and you were telling me about, because we were talking about cassettes. I think you had one of Francis' little books.
Okay.
Francis was like a bear or something. I don't know.
Okay.
But it was a series. And I said, I used to read that same book, but mine had a record. Yours has a cassette. And you was like, did your record player, did you play it like this? And I was like,
did
oh
it?
my God. No. She asked me if I was a slave when I was a child.
Well, I mean, it's not that far removed from us.
That is true, but no, man. I wouldn't have been a good slave.
No,
no,
you wouldn't.
I wouldn't have been a good slave.
You wouldn't have lasted very long.
Nope. No matter what.
No matter what. Yeah. I mean, you get all worked up just thinking about it. Oh my goodness. Well, did you go to prom?
Oh yes, I only went to one. Yeah, we had junior and senior prom.
Okay.
So I went to my senior prom.
Okay. Tell me more. What was your hair like? Well, your hairstyle.
I'm trying to think. I think it was. I think that back then it was like you flip it in the front and you had like a little going down in the back.
Okay. Did you do it yourself or you go to a salon?
No, I think I went to a salon.
Okay.
I think I went, or I may have done it myself. I may have gotten a real good cut. You always had to get a real good haircut.
So your hair was natural and you blew it out? Or you had a relaxer?
I had that creamy crack.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it was creamy crack.
What about your gown? Where'd you get your gown from? Your dress? Did you make it?
No. Oh, jeez. No. Oh my Lord. Make it. God, you really think I did, and I was a slave. No. We ordered the dress. I want to say from JCPenney's, I'm sure, because they offered tall.
Okay.
And I've always been tall.
Yeah.
So we got the dress from JCPenney's, and it was so funny because during that time, this was 84, 85, 1984, 85. Most of the girls wore white gowns.
Okay, so y'all was getting married.
Yes.
Straight out of high school.
You did.
Down the aisle.
You did.
Was that popular for your friends to be straight out of high school down the aisle?
No, not mine. Most went to college.
Okay.
Most went right on to college.
Your friend group went to college?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That was always the...
But was that like in the 80s, was that more socially acceptable than you would think it would be now?
What, to
go through high school and then go down the aisle?
Ooh.
And start a family?
No, that wasn't. Not in my group.
Not in the 80s. Okay.
Mm-mm. I mean, some people had children.
Yeah.
But they didn't have the marriage, but they did have the college experience or attempt to do something.
Yeah, because I feel like the age, the median marital age is just increasing more and more. Some people are just deciding not even to ever walk down the aisle or ever have kids.
Oh, I always knew I was meant to be someone's wife.
Yeah. So your friend group reflected that.
No.
I
think, to be honest with you, even now, the friends that I had then, and because they're still friends now,
right?
They're not married. They don't even have children.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, some do, but most don't.
I read a post today on Facebook from one of my high school friends, and he was commenting, "Dang, y'all kids are going to prom and graduating high school this year, and I ain't even make one yet." And it's a lot of it could go either way. Yeah. In my group, it went either way. A lot of people had kids in their 20s, and now those kids are prom age and moving on to college. And then some, didn't, or some waited a long time.
Yeah, and I think that's the way it was. I remember my 10th high school. Was it my 10th? Yeah, my 10th high school class reunion. And people were maybe just getting married.
Yeah,
And then I remember my 20th class reunion. Yeah, high school. People had little children, so it wasn't graduate from high school, get married, have this family. It was more maximizing the singleness. Yeah, fulfilling the goals, getting that career. Now let's settle and have that family.
Yeah, I mean, I was 25 and 31 when I had my kids, and I felt like compared to my peers, I was older, but then I realized, some people still didn't procreate or chose not to or tried and didn't. But, everyone has their own journey and everything happens on its own time.
Yeah. And I mean, I realized that there are some people who don't desire, and that's cool. And I like having those people as friends too, because it kind of helped me explore some things, being excited, in my singleness, not single as in not married, but me solo, and that's been helpful. I love the diversity of my friends.
Yeah, part of me maturing has been realizing that not my priorities are not everyone's priorities. So what I think is important is not always important to other people, even down to some of the brands that we shop for in the store. So like, what's one thing that you will never buy off brand, no matter what? It has to be the name brand or specific brand.
Kraft cheese.
Okay.
Oscar Mayer bologna.
Okay.
And Miracle Whip salad dressing.
Okay. See,
is it just food? I mean, I'm trying to think.
Like Dawn, Dawn, I feel like it does a better job than Ajax and, other brands. So I always try to stick with Dawn whenever I shop. I don't even think about it. I just put it in the cart.
Yeah.
Because it hits different.
Get it.
Yeah.
Totally.
Same with ice cream brands. Oh my goodness. I just store ice cream brands don't do it for me.
and I don't know, Great Value chocolate. I'm not really a chocolate person.
Yeah.
But it's something about that Great Value
It's
chocolate
delicious.
ice cream.
Is it good?
It's a fudgy.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I feel the same way about Kroger popcorn. I've tried all the other microwave popcorns, but I think Kroger just does it right for me.
I'm Pop Secret.
You like Pop Secret the best?
Pop Secret popcorn.
Really? Okay.
Movie theater.
Okay.
Butter movie theater or something. But yes, Pop Secret. I don't know. It just works for me.
Well, is there anything that your family would engage in that you now engage in? Like, we always use Tide, so I use Tide, or etc. Or I feel like Ferrero Rocher. That's or Haagen-Dazs. That's a fancy ice cream that I didn't always have access to. So but now that I'm an adult with adult money, you can't take it from me.
I agree.
Do you have anything like that?
No.
Do y'all have anything like that? Let us know.
Yeah, I mean, I just always felt that even if I didn't have adult money, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh.
Well, I can't even say that because I'm learning to take better care of me.
Yeah,
and
I agree with that.
And it's not like because I got to spend a different kind of penny, but I'm not just getting something to kind of satisfy the whole crowd. I'm getting something that I like.
Yeah,
I like.
Yeah, you're putting yourself first.
Yeah. That's a part of my self-care.
Yeah.
That is. I mean, and it's a mind thing.
It is.
It really is.
It's
a mind
Tell
thing.
us more.
Well, like I said, learning how to self-care. I remember I used to get a lot of gift cards.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really hard for me to go and cash the gift cards out. That was I know. That's why I said it, because I know it used to irritate you.
How long you going to keep it in your wallet?
And I was like, well, I just can't think of what I need. Maybe I use it to buy someone a gift. And I had to realize the gift was for you.
Yeah.
Buy you something.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, but I'm learning.
Yeah.
And I think I'm getting over that hurdle big time.
Yeah.
Because I'm taking care of me.
That's good.
Taking care of me. I'm taking care of other people too, but I'm taking care of me too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yes. So Sharon.
Yeah.
You have been a mom now.
Yeah.
For like 11 times. 12?
What? I don't have 11 kids.
Well, no, I didn't mean it. The times you've shared or had a Mother's Day.
Okay. Bring it back. Because you said I've been a mom 11 times.
Sorry.
I'm like,
sorry. No. Been having a Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Describe your very first Mother's Day.
First Mother's Day?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. I don't remember the first Mother's Day. I'm not even going to hold you.
Oh.
But I remember the best Mother's Day.
Okay, what's your best Mother's Day? You don't remember your first Mother's Day?
I don't. Do you remember your first Mother's Day?
I do.
Okay, tell us about it. Then I'll tell you about my best Mother's Day, because I can't remember my first Mother's Day.
I mean, you were born after Mother's Day.
Uh-huh.
But that first before you were born, we had Mother's Day. And I remember it was a mom-to-be day.
Okay.
And it was beautiful. I mean, the flowers, the wonderful dinner.
Yeah.
I just remember that, and just the anticipation of meeting you.
Oh.
That was my very first.
I get that a lot. I'm just kidding.
Yes, I was so excited because I had named you right off the bat.
Oh.
I did. I named you all.
How'd you land on my name?
It was a friend. It was a girl that used to go to Virginia State University.
Mm-hmm.
And her name's spelled the same way yours is.
Mm-hmm.
And people would get it so confused. And I guess that's really kind of bad reason for it. But it just stood out to me.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's so common now, but it stood out to me then. And I was like, I'm going to name her that. That sounds like who I'm carrying.
And you smile every time you say it.
I do. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
That's
I think
beautiful.
it fits you. I really do.
It does.
I think it does.
I think my best Mother's Day is when, and you were with me on this one, we got a hotel and turned off our phones.
and did the facials
Yes.
and ate bed snacks.
Oh my goodness.
And then we went down to the bar in the hotel.
Yes, we did.
Oh my God, that was for the Mother's Day escape.
Yes.
That was so much
I
fun.
highly recommend you try that. Just disappear.
Yep. Get your daughter, get your mom, get your girlfriends, and just go.
Yeah.
Talk to the husbands, talk to the boos, the bays, talk to the kids, whoever you need to talk to. Get that handled and go do your thing. Just on Mother's Day, stay over.
Yeah.
We had so much fun.
It was perfect. It was perfect.
We did, and it was so spur of the moment.
10 out of 10, no notes.
Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely. That was fun.
Yep.
High five, girl.
That
High
was great.
five.
That was fantastic.
That was. I ain't even want that to end. That was fun.
I didn't want it to end either.
That was a lot of fun.
It was.
And we didn't go far. It was local.
Yeah. So do you feel like you're having fun now that you're retired?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, yes. No
what's
notes.
the best part about it?
Not being obligated, not being committed
Okay.
to anything or anyone. My rules.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just, my money goes now to making sure that my dog has good boarding, and I go on a trip. I go somewhere because I can. I can leave on a Tuesday. I can leave on a Monday. I can come back on a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whenever. I love it.
That's good.
Love it. It's a well-deserved freedom.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you ever feel the urge to, like, declutter?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
What is it called? The Swedish death cleanse or something?
Oh, you follow that?
No, but I heard it.
Tell me more.
Well, I know when you get a certain age, you want to kind of declutter things. Like you're transitioning to death. But I think for me, as I've gotten older and I've seen a lot of my family members, not a lot, but I've seen family members, friends that may have passed and gone on or became unalive. Seeing, even with my own experience of my own parents, and having to go through that was tough for me.
Yeah.
That was really, it still is. And I thank God I have a very understanding husband that will let that stuff, because I had a container of some of the things for my mom.
Yeah.
And it was hard to go through that stuff. And he didn't say a word. He just, he let it. He just made sure it was taken, it was covered. He made sure it was protected. But it was no pressure to go through it or remove it or anything like that. And it was then when I was able to go through some of it that I had made up my mind. I didn't want my kids to have to go through that. I didn't want my family members to have to go through a lot of my stuff that I had just accumulated that really didn't have any purpose or meaning to anyone else but me. So I had to figure out a way to kind of capture some of those memories. And I still am working it, especially now that I've retired. I'm going to be doing another purging of stuff that I don't need.
Love to see it. Less work for me.
Like she really going to do it. She's going to hire somebody to go in there and get rid of, this is her. But anyway, what?
You don't think I'm going to be boots on the ground?
Oh, absolutely no. Unless you just entertaining and having social events. People coming over, please accept my sympathy. You be like,
that's
yeah,
okay.
Girl,
I'm canceling
the
the fireworks for your funeral.
I don't want
it's
no
off
funeral.
The list.
I do not want a funeral. I want a funeral. We're
Yeah,
gonna celebrate.
Put all my
life.
energy in that. You think I got time to go through 87,000 square feet of house? No.
And that's why I'm making sure stuff is covered and clean and prepared for you.
Yeah.
Giving you little work runarounds now. Not that
Save
I
the
plan on
pictures
dying
and the
anytime
jewelry.
soon.
Throw the rest in the trash. That would be the directive.
Okay. I think we're going somewhere else with this. That's how we are, though. We're very direct.
Yeah.
All her life. So I know where she gets it from. So I can't do nothing but love it.
And you know your other kids going to be right with me.
Oh,
we ain't going to keep none of that. Say the photos and the jewelry. The rest could go right on where she went.
Yep. And that's guess what? I ain't gonna be mad. I can
What
care
you gonna
less.
do?
What? I'm gonna haunt you. I was like, Sharon.
My door would be locked.
Girl, I don't need no door. If I'm gonna hunt, and then I probably just climb through a window just for the fun of it, just something to do. Click, check.
Dang,
Yeah.
that's vicious. So, do you think more of your peers should make a death plan, or is it like socks in a bed? You do what you want to do.
I think it's like socks in a bed, but on an intellectual side, I think you should.
Okay.
I think it's only the smart thing to do, especially when you have people that you may leave behind, and you want to make sure things are taken care of. Be about your business.
Well, my hardest thing is just trying to talk to 60 and up people in my family and ask them, hey, what are you gonna do when your time comes? They don't want to hear it. So what's a nice way to say, hey, you got a death plan?
Well, I think that's a personal thing, and I don't think it should be a 60 and over thing. Because we're not promised anything.
You're right.
And I know that there are people that are younger than me that have gone on, and I'm not quite 60 yet, but I'm close. But I don't look at. I think as we get older, and I say older as in 21, 22, and 23 after we graduate from college, or not graduate from college, get into the workforce, get those 401s, start saving a little bit of money for retirement. If you can plan to retire to have money, then you need to make a plan to retire as in no more on this earth. So don't leave these financial hardships on your family. And I've heard some people, even my age, say, I'm just going to spend up my money and let my kids worry about it. I'm not letting my kids worry about it. I'm not going to be that parent, because when I don't want my kids sitting at a funeral crying because they don't know how they're going to pay for the funeral. I want my kids crying like they're going to miss my ice cream. They're going to miss me coming through.
Yeah.
I want them to
and
know
then
that
they
got a lot of things. It's a lot of paperwork that is involved when a person dies.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of paperwork that needs to be complete. A lot of things you got to close out, this, that, and the other. I sure don't want that to be a burden. And it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. I'm not rich or anything like that, but just being able to share that. And I'm very fortunate because I do have children.
Yeah.
And I think it shouldn't be something that's placed on the children. I mean, we have friends. We have people that we have been friends with for a long time, and people that we trust. We got spouses. We got cousins. We got family. And we got to feel safe that we can discuss those things and talk about it and have something written. We got to go by the law of the land that we live in.
Yeah.
And I know just at my age, and I can personally say that we've lost a lot of land. We personally have lost some land that belonged to family members that paperwork wasn't correct. And it's based on the law of the land. And this land is this law of this land is not designed for you to have anything. And just little glitches and business not being taken care of, that's just irresponsible.
Yeah.
And we got to do better because we know better.
Yeah. I invite you to do your own research on how a irrevocable trust could help you and your family. And I think that is a good place to end it. What would you think?
All right.
What would you say?
Wait, I want to add one more thing.
Oh, sure.
They are doing jury selection.
Oh.
For P. Diddy.
Yeah.
I think this is like day 2.
Mm-hmm.
And now I do want to do like a public service announcement.
Go ahead.
Have you ever served jury duty? Have you ever served on a jury?
No, I've never been selected.
Have you ever been called?
Yes.
Okay. If you have not been called, do what you need to do so that you can be on the list.
Well, it's based on voter pool. So
Say it again.
Voter pool. So whoever's voting in not just the presidential election, but local elections and state elections, etc., then you're more likely to get called for jury. Yeah.
And I think that's important because I have been called for jury duty. I've served on jury duties.
Yeah.
And you know where I'm getting at with this voting.
Oh.
We have to use our voice. We have to use our voice. This is something that has been politically going back and forth with trying to take the rights, got to do this, got to do that. And again, talking about the law of the land.
Yeah.
And our peers
Mm-hmm.
are not being represented correctly when it comes to jury duty.
Mm-hmm.
I have been, like I said, called. I've sat in a room, have been selected, have not been selected, and I'm looking like a chip.
Mm.
I'm looking like a chocolate chip
Mm-hmm.
and a whole bunch of dough.
Mm-hmm.
That is not equally representing us.
It's not.
So we have to get out there and vote.
Yeah, because
We
it
have to
makes a
participate.
difference.
You
It's
have
not
to,
just
you're taking your voice more than just that poll.
yeah. It's not just the election on who is popular. Your vote could save lives potentially
And create laws.
and create laws.
Because when
your
you vote,
voice
when you're
matters.
voting locally, you got referendums. Am I saying it right? Referendums, where you may have like different things that trying to go before to become law or
referendums.
Referendums. Thank you. I could see it. I just couldn't pronounce it. But you have a voice in that.
Mm-hmm.
You have a voice in that. And it helps your community where you live instead of us trying to go somewhere else where some other people are voting more than we do, but we want to live in that community. What about the community that you do live in? Take care of that one too.
That's right. So we will end with saying take care of your community, take care of yourselves,
Yes.
and just take care in general.
Love life.
Honey and Wine signing out.
Bye. Till next time.